Good evening, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm student meteorologist Jordan Brennan with your Monday edition of FSU Weather right here in Tallahassee. If you look behind me, you can see that we're currently looking at another beautiful day here in Tallahassee. That's just been the story lately. These blue skies and just these beautiful conditions, 79 and a little bit of a breeze to help make it feel not quite as warm, although it's just pretty warm out there. And like we saw over at Doak, that's really what we're seeing in this whole region, those blue skies, clear, no clouds, really nothing to worry about out there. And with those clear skies, we're just seeing these beautiful warm temperatures kind of all around this 80-ish mark. So 79 in Tallahassee, warming up to the 80s, and then you do cool off a little bit closer to the coast, so 73 in Apalachicola, but then really just warm all throughout. And tonight it's going to be cooling off a little bit, but just looking beautiful in general. And looking forward to the rest of the show. We have a weak cold front on the way. It's going to be sunny and beautiful, and the theme park of the week. All that and more here on FSU Weather. Welcome back to the Monday edition of FSU Weather. I'm super excited for today's show. We're going to talk a little bit about theme park of the week.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. I'm student meteorologist Jack Anderson.
And I'm student meteorologist Ayanna Clemens. And yeah, I mean, we've got a lot. I mean, pretty chill week for the most part.
Yes, I know.
A little bit of a dip down in those temperatures, but then it's going to pick its way back up for the weekend.
We're really going to be able to enjoy those 80-degree temperatures that we're going to see throughout the whole entire week. I know, same thing we really saw last week. Last week I was able to really tan, go outside, and enjoy the weather. I mean, I was sweating. I mean, we were really starting to see these summertime temperatures that personally I don't really like to see at this time of the year. I mean, it is April.
It makes you a little distracted. You want to be outside instead of studying schoolwork, and especially because we've got like 3 weeks left, right?
Exactly. We have 3 weeks left. Get ready for finals, y'all. You know, start studying ahead.
Get ahead if you can.
Exactly. I know it's hard with the weather, but you know, I'm excited to, you know, push through. It is our junior year, so we have 1 year left. And hoping the seniors enjoy their last, you know, couple weeks out and about, just enjoying school. Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on either in the U.S. I know that there was the earthquake by Coachella at 5.2 magnitude, which is pretty crazy to happen. I mean, not like you could really feel it if you were at a concert, but... Our student meteorologist, actually, Cicely, she's one of our team leads, she was actually there. She didn't feel the earthquake, but she said people around it did. So that's actually something very interesting to think about for people in California. So now we're going to take not a look at California, and we're going to go to a look in Tallahassee with Mila. So will you give us, you know, the weather that we're going to expect this week, Mila?
Yeah, so across the entire Big Bend region, we're really just seeing some beautiful conditions out. A little bit of cloud cover down in Panama City, but really just 70s across the board. Really great day to go outside if you have the opportunity to do so. I know I was sitting at Westcott this morning just enjoying the beautiful conditions. And right now we are seeing no cloud cover in the area, but we will start to see that weak front make its way into the area Tuesday morning into Tuesday evening, and of course we are getting a few pop-up showers with that, and that is why we do see just barely any rain across these more northern regions, but nothing really by the coast. And for our current conditions, we are really beautiful out, pretty much sitting on either side of 80, 79 in Tallahassee, 81 up in Thomasville, and 73 down in Apalachicola, a little cooler by the coast, but that's to be expected. And we are really comfortable out with these dew points. No need to grab any lotion or worry about your hair frizzing up, as we do have really nice mild dew points. But of course, with that weak front making its way through the area, we are going to be a little drier in Live Oak because that front hasn't quite hit that region yet. But for tonight, it is a really great night for stargazing if you have the opportunity to do so. Pretty much upper 50s, lower 60s across the board. And as you wake up tomorrow, we are waking up to some really great conditions if you're going to take a morning walk or a morning run, but you might want to do that a little earlier because there is a 13-degree difference between 9 a.m. and noon, so you might be sweating if you do it a little later in the day. And for tomorrow afternoon, we are seeing, again, pretty much the same temperature, 80 in Monticello and pretty much 80 everywhere, and a little bit cooler by the coast in the upper 70s. And for our 7-day forecast, it does look like a really nice week. Of course, we do see that cloud cover on Tuesday, but I am seeing a lot of sun in the region, and we are going to be warming up to 87 by next week. So if you're going to tan over the weekend, if you're going to really just go outside, if you have any weekend plans, really nice date, really nice weekend ahead. Even like going out, really great weekend. So definitely take advantage of these nice temperatures. And now we're going to hand it over to Jack with a more broader scope of Florida.
Yes, thank you so much, Mila. And you can see right now our current temperatures all across the map. We're seeing 80 degrees and upper 70s, so super nice. I know a great time to just go out, walk, run, whatever you do to just enjoy the afternoon, evening. I know I'm sure everyone had a tough Monday because it is sadly the start of the week. But you can see right now we really don't have anything in our picture. This is all thanks to a high pressure system that we're seeing right now. Miami, same thing that we've been talking about. Super nice conditions all across the board, all the way into the weekend on Friday. So just really enjoy the temperatures. Get out, enjoy, tan, really just enjoy these temperatures that we're seeing right now because we are expecting weather some point into next week. But right now, just like we're seeing in Fort Myers, really nothing to worry about. Getting up to 89 degrees on Friday. Not quite 90, but 89 is very impressive for us in April. Our live radar, same thing, just a little bit of ground scatter, but overall there's really nothing to worry about. It's going to be great as we go out into the evening. Same thing for you on Orlando. If you're going to see a theme park Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we're going to be 85 degrees on Thursday. So really just go out and enjoy, Disney World, just any places around Orlando. Just really expect some nice temperatures. In my lovely hometown, Pensacola, Florida, I'm actually very excited. I'm going home this weekend, so I'm very excited to enjoy the 79 degrees temperature on Friday. Again, we're going to cool off to 52 Wednesday night and Thursday night 54, but overall super nice conditions. Again, nothing really to worry about. As we look, you can see we had a little bit of cloud cover coming through and a possible isolated showers, but overall that is really all that we're having to see or worry about on Tuesday. Again, maybe a little bit of rain that we'll be seeing, but overall it's going to be super nice conditions. Now as we go into tonight in Florida, a great time to stargaze as we see, pretty overall overcast skies, a little bit of cloudy for you in Pensacola, but overall super nice time to just go out and enjoy. As we go into tomorrow's forecast, same thing that we've been talking about. We'll see some very nice temperatures, and again, not any rain to worry about as we go into tomorrow. 84 for you in West Palm Beach, 84 for you also in Miami, and then 80 degrees for you in Key West. So now we're going to send it off and look at a broader scope at the southeast. So now I'm going to send it off to Mila, where she's going to be looking at the broader scope of the southeast.
Yeah, so just like Florida, the rest of the southeast is looking really beautiful. Just look at those beautiful blue skies, same thing as our broader scope of Florida and the Big Bend region. Pretty much at either side of 80 with these temperatures. And I think this is really funny how our high spot is in Nashville, which is the northernmost region, and our low spot is down in Miami, which is the southernmost region. But overall, really beautiful conditions. A little bit of cloud cover off to the west, but pretty much really nice temperatures across the southeast. And we are really comfortable out with these dew points. No need to worry about the lotion or redoing your hair, like I mentioned, because it is such a great day out. And that is reflected on our live radar as well. There are a few pop-up showers off in New Orleans, or that could be some ground clutter, but across the rest of the region, clear skies, nothing to worry about. But as I mentioned, we do see that weak front making its way into the area over Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and we do see a little bit of some isolated showers into Wednesday across Tennessee and Georgia, and that is why we do see a little bit of higher rain, a little bit higher of some rain across these northernmost regions. But if you find yourself in Nashville this weekend, maybe you're going home for Easter, we are seeing some really beautiful temperatures, and you do have the warm spot being Friday. So especially for Easter, if you're going to do anything outside, really great weekend to do so. Same thing for New Orleans. Our warm spot is going to be Friday, and overall upper 70s, lower 80s across the board. And in Charlotte, rinse and repeat, we do see a really good temperature warm up on Friday, but you are a little chillier throughout these other days, lower 70s, and you even do have a low in Thursday of 43. So if you're doing anything that night, just look out for that, maybe bring a jacket. And for tonight, it is going to be a little cloudier across these more western cities because of that weak front starting to make its way through the area, but across the peninsula of Florida, it is a little clearer out. So if you're going to go stargazing, nice night for that. And for tomorrow, we will warm up to 84 in Tallahassee and pretty much upper 70s across the rest of the southeast. Little cooler up in Nashville with 67 degrees, and little warmer in Orlando with 86 degrees. But now we're going to hand it to Ayana with our theme park of the week. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Thanks, Mila. So yeah, we're going to be looking at Silver Dollar City. This is one of our team leader today, Sloan's, favorite theme parks to go to growing up. I personally liked going to Six Flags. I'm from Illinois, but maybe I'll have to try out Silver Dollar City. It seems really fun. It kind of gives you a little bit of a throwback vibe, given that it is kind of based off of the 1800s, which is really cool, but they are looking at really nice temperatures, 66, fairly warm. Not too warm, which is nice to have, if you're gonna be spending the whole day outside. Definitely good conditions to do so. We've got some winds going on, so you really might feel that on the rides, especially going super fast. But other than that, you won't really have anything to worry about there. And then for that day planner, we're seeing those temperatures really pick up towards those evening hours tomorrow. At 6 p.m., we're looking at 67. But early in the morning, maybe grab that jacket because you might need it if you're heading out earlier in the day. But peel those layers as you go through the day. It's going to be really nice temperatures to do so. And for the next 48 hours, really not seeing much, maybe some clouds, until we hit Wednesday and Thursday. We might see a few showers making their way. And you can't really see it on the map, but it is located just a little bit south of Missouri in that middle region. But yeah, so you might see some of those showers like I was talking about. Tuesday looking very clear. Definitely go on Tuesday if you can. Wednesday, you might see some of those showers pop up, and Thursday as well. But those temperatures are going to be increasing as we head into Thursday as well, which will be kind of nice. And for those fun facts, I didn't know any of these things, so we're kind of learning them together. But for the theme park, it is built on top of the Marble Cave, which is really cool. And then also the theme park is known as known for replicating the 1800s, like I was talking about, which is really fascinating. And on top of that, Silver Dollar City puts on an old-time Christmas festival, which is really cool. I definitely would head over there in the wintertime if you can. But we're going to kind of head things over to Jordan, and we're going to be looking at the National instead.
Yeah, we're going to take a big zoom out from Missouri and look across the whole country right now. And if you look behind me on this map with the temperatures, you can see that the story really everywhere is these warm temperatures that we're seeing. Down here in San Antonio, already 90 degrees, and it is only mid-April, and we're really just seeing that warm trend continue pretty much everywhere, a little bit cooler to the north, but still pretty warm. And depending on where you are, you're either pretty humid or really dry. So over here towards the west and kind of slanting up in a bit of a distinct line across the country, you can see all these dry dew points. And then if you go down a little bit more, the southeast, a little bit closer to the Gulf where you're getting all that moisture off the Gulf and some off the Atlantic, that's where you're seeing those higher dew points. So definitely some muggier conditions. And you can see on the radar, this line right here of these clouds, that's kind of where we are seeing that line of dry air. So behind it, behind this weak front, you can see it dried up pretty quick. Ahead of it, we're still pretty moist, and that storm is just going to be continuing up, especially the northeast portion of the country for the most part. You can see here by West Virginia, Kentucky area, we're having some severe weather. There's a severe weather watch and a few regions of severe weather warning, so that's just something to stay aware of as this storm continues to push off to the further part of the country. But one thing is for sure that we are seeing a lot of rain. Almost the entire country, you can see the screen. So that's some amount of rainfall over the next 72 hours. A lot of that's going to be concentrated around, so Missouri actually seeing some rain where we just were for our theme park of the week. And then over here in Washington or in West Virginia, that's where we're seeing those severe weather, those severe storms. So again, seeing a bit of rainfall there and just moving towards the future. We're going to see that continue to push off, but it's nice and clear back here towards the west as that cold front continues to move forward and move out, leaving us just with beautiful conditions all across the country. However, we're not in the clear quite yet. So this area of the northeast, so centered right around West Virginia, like we saw, that's where the SPC has released a severe weather outlook. So just continue to be aware about the storms that you're going to be seeing. And like we were talking about earlier, the name of the game is this warmth. Well, if you're up in the Pacific Northwest, might be a little bit cooler, but really from the Midwest all the way to the Atlantic, we are just seeing really, really warm temperatures. And tonight, those warm temperatures are going to stick around. We're going to cool off a little bit, but tomorrow we're warming right back up. So you can see that it is just warm everywhere. It is just beautiful out there, sunny, and it's just going to be a beautiful day to enjoy this nice weather. But this nice weather is definitely also a story here in Tallahassee. So Ayana's going to tell us a little bit more.
Totally. I mean, I walked to class today and I just thought it was the perfect condition to be outside, looking around campus. We've got some clouds and honestly clear skies other than, Panama City, but really nice conditions. Go head outside. It's going to be a great day. Tomorrow's going to be a great day as well. We're looking at those really nice temperatures as well. Down towards the coast, you might have a little bit of more of relief just being by that water and that breeze. But up inland, it's going to heat up just a little bit, looking at those 80s, 81 in Thomasville, 82 in Quincy. And as we look at that future radar, we're really not seeing anything to worry about. Look at that. Go spend some time at the pool. But as we head into a Tuesday, we're going to see that cold front make its way through. And honestly, we're really not going to have anything to worry about severe-wise. Maybe just a little bit of a dip in that temperature difference, but really nothing to worry about too much. Maybe some sprinkles here and there. But other than that, we're looking pretty nice. And for the late night forecast, we're getting a little bit colder, 59 at 1. But if you're not going to be out at 1, then that won't be a problem. It might be still just fairly warm, 68 at 9. So go enjoy the night. It's going to be a great time to do so. And for that dog walking forecast, I personally think that 58 is a little bit too cold for me. Maybe waiting till 9 or maybe even 10, 11 when we hit that 75 at 11. And that sunshine, I love feeling that sunshine. We're in the sunshine state, so maybe just spending some time in the sun is also just super fun to do so. Speaking of spending time in the sun, you could go do a pool day tomorrow, but it might be a little bit cloudy. You might get some sun in there, but I mean, still a great day to do so. It's going to be the 80s, go ahead and head outside, but I mean, I personally love tanning and, it might be a little bit difficult to do that tomorrow. But you could go hiking instead. Florida Trail is a great option. 74 and really not too breezy either. Cooling things down just a little bit, but really nothing to worry about. 74 is not too hot. And for our airport delays in Tallahassee, we're not really seeing anything here and we're not seeing anywhere else. So that's good for Cicely. She's coming her way back here from Coachella. So that's really exciting as well. And for the haircast, I mean, I've been having a great hair day, and I think that this sleek haircast is really proving that as well. I mean, we're not going to be looking at any issues. That dew point's really just a perfect temperature like Mila was talking about. And for the pollen report, I know I've been feeling the effects a little bit. I've also been sick, but we're looking at that tree pollen being medium and same with grass, but we're not looking at that ragweed being an issue, which is really nice. And down towards the beach, again, getting a little bit of relief. We're going to see some clouds, but 78 on Saturday and 79 on Sunday, just really nice temperatures. And the temperatures in Tallahassee are going to be the same story. Again, colder temperatures on Wednesday is the story, but other than that, Thursday and Friday is looking super beautiful, so just go spend some time outside. But we're going to move things back over, well, still in Tallahassee, but to talk about Tallahassee specifically, here, go ahead, Jack. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Ayana. And you can see right now all across the board some great weather that we've been seeing. St. George Island, 73 degrees. I know that was my favorite thing me and my friends would do freshman year, just go out and enjoy on the weekends, because we miss the beach being in Tallahassee. We're far from the beach, so it's actually nice that we can actually drive about an hour and a half to go see beautiful St. George. The live radar, really what we've been talking about throughout the whole entire show. Not really any storms in the picture, nothing to worry about, a great time. Just go outside and enjoy the weather. If you want to run or hike or anything, now or tonight would be a great time to do so. Now, the thing that we've been talking about, we do have a weak low pressure system, and that's why we have some clouds moving through our area for you on Tuesday, but it would just bring some isolated showers, showers here and there, but again, nothing to worry about that's even going to cause any precipitation that we just like what we're talking about, less than 1/10 of an inch, so nothing really to worry about. And again, the same thing as we go to the coast. We're not really expecting any rain at all. So honestly, you don't need that rain jacket, don't need a raincoat. I would not worry about that. Our current temperatures that we've been seeing across the board, you can see 81 for you in Thomasville, 82 in Valdosta, and just really like we always see, it's always cooler as we go into the coast, 73 for you in Apalachicola and 74 for you in Paris. So you can see about an 8-degree temperature difference just because we're at the coast. Now you can see right now we really don't have dew points wise. It's a little muggy and also dry, but again, really perfect conditions right now. You don't need your chapstick. You don't need to, go outside and really feel that humidity and, be worried of going on a run because you're going to sweat to death. So don't have to worry about that there. And then in tonight's forecast, you can really see just not a cloud in the sky, a great time to just go outside, enjoy the outdoors, maybe even see the stars for you people that love astronomy. It's not really my type of thing, but I'm sure the people that love the stars, now would be a great time to go if you just want to go sit out in the field and enjoy it. Now, as we go into the day planner, you can see it's 57 for you at 6 a.m. and this kind of warm, very nice up to 78 would bring some great tanning weather for you by noon. I know today the UV was 9 or 10, so we are expecting for that to continue as we go on to noon and even 1. And then look at this, 79 for you at 6 p.m. So it's going to go from 57 this morning to 79. So again, you might need to wear some sweatpants if you have at 8 a.m., but be prepared to put on shorts as you go on later through the day. Now tomorrow afternoon, you can see same thing, getting just up to 81 for you on Tallahassee, really getting to enjoy those temperatures. And now that we've been talking about, like we said, we have a weak cold front going through. That's going to cause the temperatures to dip to 78. But look at this. It's going to warm up super nice as we go into Thursday and even into the weekend. So a great week ahead for here in Tallahassee. And now we're going to end off the show with Jordan and Mila.
Yeah, just like Jack was saying, it is going to be a beautiful week out there. I'm personally very excited. I unfortunately am counting my last few days here in Tallahassee, so I'm glad to know that they're going to be sunny and warm.
Oh yes, I'm definitely looking forward to studying outside, really just taking advantage of the great weather, maybe even doing some tanning by the pool.
Yes, definitely. This is definitely the good time to be out there because it's not quite too hot, because sometimes it gets so hot and it's like I don't want to really lay in the sun right now.
I know.
But right now, like the 80s, it's perfect.
Right. I feel like it's just the perfect temperature to go outside, maybe bring your computer out and you don't have to worry about your electronics.
Oh, yeah.
I know I was definitely getting that a lot last year, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to spend as much time outside as possible.
Yeah, me too. My house has 3 beautiful porches that I love to enjoy, and I'm out there on them anytime that I really can get. It's just perfect. I love being out there. We have couches and stuff. It's so comfortable. So I definitely take that time. We have the big tables, so I take up a whole table doing all my homework and all the things. But be sure to follow us at X at FSU Weather.
And like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
Make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube at FSU Weather.
And one last thing, make sure to follow us on TikTok at FSU Weather. Here's one last look at your 7-day. Have a great evening.